Let's start with this. I just want to read this. Disobedience, in the eye of anyone who has read history, is man's original virtue. It is through disobedience that progress has been made. Agitators are a set of interfering, meddling people who come down to some perfectly contented class of the community and sow the seeds of discontent amongst them. That is the reason why agitators are so absolutely necessary. Without them in our incomplete state, there would be no advance towards civilization. Unquote. Now, that was from a pamphlet published in 1891 under the title of The Soul of Man Under Socialism. That's a word I hang on to, I'm afraid, even after Thursday. And the author was Oscar Wilde. So, straight on. In 1649, to St. George's Hill, a ragged band they called the Diggers came to show the people's will. They defied the landlords, they defied the laws. They were the dispossessed, reclaiming what was theirs. We come in peace, they said, to dig and sow. We come to work the land in common and to make the waste ground grow. This earth divided we will make whole, so it will be a common treasury for all. The sin of property we do disdain. No man has any right to buy and sell the earth for private gain. By theft and murder they took the land. Now everywhere the walls spring down at their command. They make the laws to chain us well. The clergy dazzle us with heaven, or they damn us into hell. We will not worship the God they serve, the God of greed who feeds the rich while poor folks starve. We work, we eat together, we need no swords. We will not bow to the masters or pay rent to the Lord. Still we are free, though we are poor. You diggers all stand up for glory, stand up now. From the men of property the orders came. They sent their hired men and troopers to wipe out the diggers' claim, tear down their cottages, destroy their corn. They were dispersed, but still the vision lingers on. You poor take courage, you rich take care. This earth was made a common treasury for everyone to share. All things in common, all people one. When we come in peace, the orders came to cut them down. We come in peace, the orders came to cut them down. Don't clap. I don't want you to clap. Don't clap. Don't clap. I don't want you to clap. You're taking up my time. Gerrard Winstanley, the leader of the community of diggers, 1609 to 1676. They set up their commune at St. George's Hill, or at George's Hill, which is now Weybridge, incidentally. It was wasteland then. They took their inspiration not from established religion. They held that under their maker, reason was their maker. They had a different and a dangerously different source of reverence. the beginning of a secular idea, a source that lies within each of us. It is through reason, our maker, that we work our way through our problems. Hence, as Winstanley said, no man need not run abroad to any teacher or ruler outside of himself to seek answers or solutions to problems or their questions. Such guidance, such answers came or could be found within ourselves from our own rationality, our own reasoning. Hence, there was no need for bishops. That was what was terrifying to the established order. And no wonder the diggers were treated so badly. Winstanley, I suggest, was both a misfit and a pioneer. As I dreamed out one evening by the river of discontent, I ran right into old Tom Paine as running down the road he went. I can't stop right now, my son, King George is after me. He'll have a rope around my throat and he'll hang me from the Liberty Tree. And I'll dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. I just spoke about freedom, justice for everyone. Ever since the very first words I spoke, I've been looking down the barrel of a gun. They say I preach revolution. Let me say in my defense, all I did wherever I went was to talk a lot of common sense. And I'll dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. Well, old Tom Paine, he ran so fast, left me standing still. There I was, a piece of paper in my hand, standing at the top of the hill. He said, this is the age of reason, these are the rights of man. Throw off religion and monarchy, it's written there in Tom Paine's plan. Oh, Tom Paine, there he lies. Nobody laughs and nobody cries. Where he's gone and how he fares, nobody knows and nobody cares. And I will dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. Now, Tom Paine, a century later, 1737 to 1809, was a Republican. He left England, eventually went to France, where he wrote The Rights of Man. This book caused outrage in England. It was banned. Reading of it was a crime. Even as recently as the 20th century, it was banned in the infamous H Block prisons in Belfast. Tom Paine in France supported the French Revolution. He was opposed to the monarchy. But he was imprisoned in the Bastille for opposing the execution of the king. He was against capital punishment. Finally freed from prison, he went to America, where he supported the fight against England for American independence. He was involved in the writing of the Constitution and even coined the phrase the United States of America. Each generation has its misfits and pioneers to struggle against the order of their time. There is no final defeat and no final victory. I put that on Facebook the other day. Thought it might help some people. The struggle between the haves and the have-nots, or the wealthy and the poor, or the powerful and the powerless, or between capital and labor, however you characterize or whatever analytical devices you use to understand, analyze, or explain the condition of human societies and how they change, each succeeding generation struggles to, at best, change the social order, or at least improve the circumstances of the weakest. Each generation has its misfits and pioneers. What will they say of us 100 years from now, when they look back on these unhappy days? They'll shake their heads at how so many swallowed lies. That dog-eat-dog so long went undefeated. restless within, that so much death crept in, there was so little left to build again. Or will their smile salute, and like a song recall the ones who through it all went undefeated? There are two traditions in all human societies: the tradition of hierarchy, of order, and of discipline, and the tradition of equality, freedom, justice. I'm tired of wearing thin these same old words of rage. Some days the bad guys win, but nothing's changed. Although the language pales and the nerves of love grow numb, somehow we carry on undefeated. There are many songwriters, balladeers, ordinary men and women, historically and currently, from whom we can learn our history through the songs they write. The songs I've just sung are not by me. They're by, in the first case, The World Turned Upside Down, Leon Rosselson. In the second, Tom Paine's Bones by Graham Moore. And this song I'm currently singing, Undefeated, by Rob Johnson. They deserve our gratitude and our respect, for their legacy is an alternate story to that which most professional historians tell us and most professional journalists tell us. The story of misfits and pioneers as agents of social change. Now there's a PhD worth doing. Holding all people's lives to be of equal worth, more dear than the money talk or the tricks of the state. The hands that work no wrong, the breath that lifts the song, the hearts that hold each other undefeated. I want you to sing that. You didn't come here expecting to sing. Well, you've got to accommodate this misfit down the front there. All I want you to sing is the hands that work no wrong, the breath that lifts the song, the hearts that hold each other undefeated. Can you try that? The hands that work no wrong, the breath that lifts the song, the hearts that hold each other undefeated. I can't hear you. The hands that work no wrong, good. The breath that lifts the song, the hearts that hold each other undefeated. Come on, you can all do it. The hands that work no wrong, the breath that lifts the song, the hearts that hold each other undefeated. One more. The hands that work no wrong, the breath that lifts the song, the hearts that hold each other undefeated. You can clap now. Thanks very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening and for joining in, because you did that beautifully. Thank you and goodbye.